friends, today I would like to discuss another important concept from C language, that is unions. Okay, what is a union? Union is a collection of different data types under a single name. Okay, so this is similar to the structure, okay, because both structure and union both are the collection of different data types under a single name. Then there is a concept of a structures. Then what is the need of a union is having in a C. Okay, there is a difference, significant difference between a structure and a union. Okay, so how a structure is different from a union? Okay, so what happens when you create a structure? For the memory is allocated for all the members of the structure, but for in the union the memory is allocated for only one member, that is the largest data member. Okay, so how you can use this union, and how you can declare variables for this will be, so I will show you how to write these syntax and all those things. Okay, so the syntax for declaring a union is union, this is the keyword, okay, and union name is any valid identifier. Then you can declare all members. Okay, so data type member1, data type member n, and closing the union. Okay friends, so you can see that this is almost similar to the structure. So what is the difference? Instead of structure we are using union, okay, and the remaining all the parts are the similar to the structure. Okay, then how is this a single changing the structure to the union is the what is all about union? That is not all about union. So union is the significant difference between a structure and union, or when you create the variables for these unions and structures, that gives you the difference between both the things. Okay, so I will show an example for this union. So I am using this union keyword, and I am using my name as a values here, values, and here I am declaring the three members inside my union. Character ch is one member, and integer x is a second member, and float y is another member, and just closing this. So this is an example for this syntax. Okay, so here you can see that values is the name of the union, okay, and these are the members. Okay, then what happens when I create a variables for this union? So similarly, like a structure, you can create variables for this structure like this. Okay, union values and u1 comma u2 comma u3. Okay, so similarly you can declare any number of union variables. Okay, so similarly like a structure, you can, if you want, you can declare the variables here also, some u4 something like this. Okay, between this closing brace and semicolon. Okay friends, so in all these features this is almost looking like a structure. Okay, then what is the difference here? Okay, I'll show you the difference like this. Okay, so what happens when this variable u1 is created? Okay, for example, we'll see that if this is a memory, okay, and all this is the memory, and u1 is declared, and this un occupies only 4 bytes of space, 4 bytes. Okay, why this 4 bytes? Because when you look at these union values, okay, so there is a character variable ch, integer variable x, float variable y. So among these three members, which is the largest one? Character size is 1 byte, integer size is 2 bytes, and the float variable size is 4 bytes. So the largest variable is this one. So the u1 will have only the space for the largest variable, that is okay, y. Okay, then how this thing will be utilized? Okay, so 1 byte will be used for x, the ch, and 2 bytes will be used for x. The entire 4 bytes will be used for y. Okay, that means the same place can be reusable by all the members. Okay, then what happens if I put a value here and I put a value x and another I put a value y? All the three variables exist in the memory? That is no. Okay, because at any particular time only one value is available in the memory. That means only one value, that means the recent value that you store in the union will be available. All the previous value will be override by the new values. Okay friends, so that is a union. Okay, so how I can tell you that? Okay, so I'll show you. Okay, so for example, if I store u1.ch is equals to some a, small a, because it's a character variable, so a will be stored here and the remaining 3 bytes will be, those will be empty or there will be unoccupied. If I store u1 dot x equals to some number 10, then what happens? Then what happens is this a will be overwrite, okay, and 10 will occupy the 2 bytes, that is x value. Okay, then what happens if I write this u1 dot y is equals to 2.657. Okay, so in that case what happens is this 10 will be overwrite with 2.657 and it occupies the entire 4 bytes. And what happens to the previous values of this ch and x, that is letter a and 10, all those values are deleted from the memory, and the most recent values that you have stored, that is actually stored in the memory. So that means here only 2.657 is available, this 10 is gone and this a is gone. So this is how this union will work. Okay, function. Okay, friends. So this is the concept of union. Okay. So I'll show you what is the difference between structure and union. For example, we have got this structure like this. Okay. For example, there is a structure called struct values, and there is a char ch, and there is int x, and there is a float y. Float y. Okay, friends, I am declaring a variable called s1 here. Okay, so what happens for this? Okay, so if this is the structure variable, okay, if this is the memory, okay, so for s1 what happens is, for s1 there will be ch that will occupy 1 byte, there will be x that will occupy 2 bytes, and there will be y that occupies 4 bytes, friends. Okay, friends, so clearly you can see here the difference between the union variable and structure variable. For the union variable, only the largest member is occupying the space or memory is allocated, but for the structure, all the 3 members will get their share of memory. Okay, so that means when you store this one, s1.ch is equals to a, so a is stored here. When I say that s1.x equals to 10, okay, x equals to 10, so 10 will be stored here. So when I say s1 dot y equals to 2.657, so 2.657 will be stored in this. So clearly you can see here the difference between these union variable and structure variable. For union variable, only one member is getting the memory, but for s1 all the 3 members will get their share of memory. So that means ch will be there, x will be there, y will be there. But here only one value is available, that is either x or ch or y. So which one value that is available here? The most recent value that you have entered here. Okay, friends, so this is the difference between the structure variable and this one. Okay, when you compare the sizes, okay, size of s1 is equals to 1 plus 2 plus 4. Okay, friends, 1 plus 2 plus 4, that is 7 bytes. Okay, but here the size of u1 is equals to only the 4 bytes, that is the size of the y. Okay, friends, so the sizes also they are different. Okay, here the sum of the all the members is the size of the structure variable, here the size of the largest member is the size of the union variable. So this is the way how this structure is different from a union. Okay, friends, now I'll show you a small program, so that will give you how to create a union and how to enter values into that union. Okay, friends. Okay, friends, so just look at this program. Okay, so what you are doing here is so we have declared a union of type of values, and I am declaring a variable as a u1 here. Okay, u1 here. Then what I am doing here is I want to store values into this. Okay, so you can simply put the values like this. So for example, what is this is u1 dot ch is equals to a. Okay, so if you print this, okay, printf ch is equals to percentage c slash n. You can write it as u1 dot ch. So that will print the ch is equals to, so the here the output will be ch is equals to letter A. Okay, similarly if I write this u1 dot x is equals to some 100, so you can print here printf. Okay, so here you can see that percentage d slash n, then u1 dot x. So this will print x equals to 100 on the screen. X equals to 100 on the screen. This will print x equals to A. So similarly if I write u1 dot y is equals to 2.678 here, and I am printing this, okay, printf. Okay, so y is equals to percentage f slash n u1 dot y. Okay, so this will print me that y is equals to 2.678 on the screen. So here there is no problem actually. So ch is printing its value, x is printing its value, y is printing itself. What happens if I try to do this? Okay, printf x ch is equals to percentage c, x equals to percentage d, y equals to percentage f. Okay, then u1 dot ch comma u1 dot x comma u1 dot y. So what I am doing here is I want to see whether there is the value of ch and x are available or not, because recently I have stored 2.678. So this may print that the output may be, here will be ch is equals to some garbage value, x will be some garbage value, and your y is equals to 2.678. So this is the output for this program, friends. So why this is ch garbage? Okay, so garbage means it's not a garbage value. Okay, so garbage means any random value like this, some kind of a symbols will be appears on the screen like this. Okay, so or ampersand or something like, and this one is some minus 32.725 something. Okay, some value which is not applicable to this. Okay, we know that ch in ch what we have stored, in ch we have stored a. In x what we have stored? We have stored 100. In y what we have stored? 2.678. But what is the most recent value we have stored in this? That is the 2.678. So it will retain only 2.678. This a is override by the 100 and this 100 is override by the 2.678. So that only prints the 2.678, and these two variables will get the garbage values. Okay, friends, so this is the concept of unions. Okay, so when you use the structures and when you use unions, okay, if you want to have all the members present all the time, so then you will go for the structures. So when you will go for the unions, if I need only one member out of all the members of my union, then I'll go for the union. Okay, friends.
Hi friends, so this is a small program on unions. Okay, so this is unions creation and how you can store values into union. Okay, I'll show you the execution. Okay, so just look at this particular program. This is almost similar to the structures program. Instead of the keyword struct, we are using the keyword as union here. So like structures, it is having some name, like structure, it is having some members here. Okay, and how you can close the same way you close the structure, so you can use the same way for unions also. Okay, so here inside the main, what we are doing here is so we are creating a variable for the unions. So similar to structures, we are using a union space values space v1. So v1 is a union variable. Okay, friends, so here we are asking enter three values. Okay, so here you are reading those three values. So one is a character value ch, another one is a integer value x, another value is a float value y. So that's why we have used this percentage c, percentage d, percentage f here. So ampersand of v1 dot ch, v1 dot x, v1 dot y. That is how you can read the values. So similar to the structures, friends. So then we are printing these things on the screen, like ch is equal to so and so, x is so and so, and y is so and so, friends. Okay, so this is a small program on union. Okay, so I want to clarify one thing. Okay, how this union and structures are different. Okay, so if this is a structure, the memory is allocated for all the variables in the memory. All the variables, that means all the members of the structure. That means the memory is allocated for the ch, x and y also. since this is a union, so it will check all the three variables and finds the largest data type here. Here the largest data type will be a float type. Okay, so here the memory is allocated for only one member, that is a y, that is it's only allocates 4 bytes of space for y. If this is a structure, it would have allocated character 1 plus integer 2 plus float 4, 1 plus 2 plus 4 friends. So that is the 7 bytes would have been allocated for a structure, but in case of unions it allocates only 4 bytes, because the union always allocates a space for the largest member here. Okay friends, so remember friends, so that is the difference between a structure and a union. And at a given time only one value is available in the union. That is another important point, remember friends. So if you have given these three values, that means here this scanf has read the values for ch followed by x followed by y. That means first it read the value ch, then it read the value x, then it read the value y. But when you print these values, you can see only the most recently value that you have entered. So that means it will have only the y value. All the previous two values, that is the value of ch and value of x, will get deleted or override by the y value. That means when you are entering ch, it happily takes that ch and put that ch value in the 4 bytes of memory, that is only in single byte. When you enter the x value, it will take that x value and override the ch value in 2 bytes, because x is an integer type. When you entering the third value, that is y value, so it will override the value of x, it occupies the 4 bytes. That means all the previous values you have entered are override by the most recent values you have entered. That is a difference. Okay friends, so I'll execute this program. Okay, so it is asking me for enter three values. Okay, I am entering, first is a letter, so I am entering G, second one value is an integer value 78, and third one is a float value. I will enter 9.654. So here you can see friends, ch is printed as a garbage value and x is printed as a 30409, but we have entered the value 78, so that 78 is already overwrite, and ch we have entered G, that is also overwrite. Okay, we have entered the last value we have entered is 9.654, so that sustains over the last value, that is a 9.654. You can see in the output that only 9.654 is available in the output. Okay, so all the previous values are actually overwrite by the union, because it stores only the most recent value. Because why that is happened, because it doesn't allocate space for all the members, it has allocated space for only the largest data type member, and that stores the only the recent value. Okay, so if you enter if you enter a ch value, it will retain only ch value by overwriting the float value. Okay friends, so remember that whatever the recent value that you will store into the union, that will be available in the union. So that is the concept of a union friends.